And the solution is, all you need to do is go to a place with native plants, a local place with native plants. And if you're there, you'll be able to catch glimpses of this world that's always waiting there for you to see. You just need to find a space, find an area that provides the space that wildlife need, the resources they need to carve out a living. And providing that space with native plants is pretty much all it takes to start seeing some of the natural diversity that's there just waiting to soak into your life. Now, if you have a garden and you're willing to put flowers in it, and you may go to a place like Home Depot and you'll get some bright showy flowers with large petals, and yeah, you could do that. But that's about all you're going to get. You're going to get a bright showy, bright petal show. But as far as other species are concerned, there may be nothing there that they can actually use on those plants. It looks like nature to you, but it's an artificial form that was bred for us to get a pretty petal show. But to other species, it may constitute a barren landscape. A garden that's nothing but grass and petunias is just a monocrop of non-native grass and unusable flowers. There's nothing there for them. It would kind of be like if you had to spend a week in a locked room and the resources you were given was 1,000 extra thick cans of tuna and a single dull spoon. You might be a little bit concerned if you could actually get to the food that you needed. So the biomass is there, it just may not be usable for a lot of these species. In fact, many species have adapted to be very specific in the food sources and conditions they need to survive. And the varieties of plants that we've selected in order to give us pretty flowers that will bloom consistently just aren't there to serve the same role, right? That's not what they were bred for. And in fact, it's not how they survive. They survive by being pretty to us, but that's at the cost of all the other natural diversity that depends on the plants around. So as an example, some bee species can only access a few wildflowers in order to get the nectar they need to survive. Things like buzz pollination and stuff like that are great examples of flowers depending on the local insects in order to actually function and propagate. Valuing the resources these less showy plants can provide for other species will bring more depth to the experience you have in your garden, in the spaces that you control. They may not provide that artificial pop of color, but these varieties were bred to provide, but they'll provide a deeper sort of experience. In order to see these lovely wild things, the natural diversity around you, you don't have to go far. You just need to go to places with native plants, or maybe even plant native plants in your own gardens, or parks, or whatever spaces that you have some sort of control over. Plant native plants there, plants that the local wildlife can utilize. And some of that power that humans have, some of that power that we've accumulated, you can use some of it to have a little bit more resources for the species around you and get some of that experience without all of the risk.